Hi Lena, very good evening. How are you? Swapnil, Ashlin, good evening, beta. Vinayak, how was your day? What's up, Pranav? Chitraksh, Ishan. Oh, Medha is also there. How are you, Medha? Good evening. Ishan, Ishan, you know you're not supposed to spam, right? Hi, Parigya. Good evening. Just fine, Medha. I think you had a session with me. Oh, yeah, Vinayak. I hope you watched the replay to the session for whatever you've missed. Is it okay? Are you clear with whatever? Oh, very good, Vinayak. So intelligent. So what are we waiting for? Hi, Hari Beta. All right, Medha. So all of you ready to start the second part of the chapter? Good. So be attentive, Beta. We are going to cover the most important aspect and the most important part of the chapter. Okay, Ashleen, definitely. Good, Ishan. So we've got our favorite class teacher. Hi, Medha. We've got our favorite class teacher, Meghna ma'am, with us. So you can reach out to her. And hi, Mehfooz. Good evening. Chalo. So, Beta, in the last class, we covered how Napoleon was introduced and how we came up with Indian Civil Code. So, not Indian Civil Code, the Civil Code of 1804. And now we're going to talk about the making of nationalism in Europe. So be very attentive because we just have 40 minutes to cover this part and it's not a 1 hour session. So I think you guys can probably, yeah, of course. Very good, Leena. Chalo. So making of nationalism, how did it start? If you look at the map of mid 18th century, which means 1750, you'll find nowhere that these nation states exist, Ashleen. We never had Mexico somewhere around here. No, we never had these states. Back then, like in India, we used to call states as provinces. Similarly, Germany was divided into kingdoms. Italy was divided into duchies, and Switzerland we had there as cantons. So we had small areas that we named as kingdoms, duchies, and cantons. Okay, all of you are able to understand? Great. So let's continue. Now, what happens? Now, what happens, beta? The Eastern, no, there are no tricks, Ashleen. To some parts, you have to learn it this way. And last class, there was some problem that a lot of you were like, ma'am, we are not able to understand because everything written here is approximately the same that's written in your book. So, do you want me to give you a summary before we read what is here, and then we can try the questions? Is that okay? Arjun, Medha, Aditya, Mehfooz, Hari, Pari, is it Pragya, Ishan? So I'll give you a basic idea of this and then we'll try the questions and see if you are able to understand or not. Great. So let's get started with this one, the making of, what do you call it? Nationalism in Europe. This is the second part. And now what started to happen, beta, I'm going to write everything here on this slide. Let's split it into two sections and let's say this is the Western Europe and this is the Eastern Europe. Okay. Now there was this area, please don't spam, that was ruled by Habsburg Empire. And Habsburg Empire actually controlled the entire area of Austria-Hungary, beta. So there were so many sections here. For example, we had an area that's called Troil, we had an area that's called Austria, we had an area that is called Sudetenland. So different sections were there. Okay? There was Alpine region also. So these people never used to have, that spirit of nationalism amongst them. They always thought, Arey, we have a common ruler and that's it. Other than that, we need nothing. We just have a common ruler, and then everybody started to question, Arey, no, boss, this is not how it works. Apart from the common ruler, there are certain things that you need to take care of. And Arsh ma'am started her story. She said, beta, if this is Europe, all the rich people in Europe, They used to use French language, high society, political alliance, this, that. They all used to have this, French language. So everybody was like, okay, ma'am. So I said that, beta, socially, politically here, it was just the rich people who dominated this section, the country or this area. The rich people control this area, this area, this area. So, of course, the marriage alliance was set between very high class people, from the same family, from the same caste. So they always used to meet, the common lifestyle was basically they had to marry their kids to one another. So what happened is, if I talk of this Europe, the majority of the population here in this section, it was the peasants, or I would say the farmers. Very few were the aristocrats, or the population was very less. Now, if I talk of the western part here, you had very small owners of the land, whereas in this part, the eastern part, I would say we had slavery, the serfs. They practiced slavery here. Here we had industrialization taking place after small owners. I had industrial class. I had the working class. Okay, serves, I've written it here, Ashleen. I had working class. I had the industrial class here. So I could see more of the educated people here in the western section. And that came very late in the eastern or the central section of Europe. So I've divided Europe into two parts, where western part I have small landowners, whereas in eastern part I had more of slavery going on. Then in the western part I had industrialization that started in England in, I would say, the second half of 18th century, around 1750 we had industry set up. Okay? So different people, Ishan, lived in different areas. So we have different areas. We don't have a particular name given. For example, Indians from India. I told you the regions. Okay? So now people, when we have liberal, educated people, they all started to say, Arey, how can you rule us like this? This doesn't make sense. So they came up with the idea, concept of liberalism. Be very attentive. Liberalism, this word liber, it means free, and this comes from a Latin word. Latin word liber, it means free. So everybody started to ask, Arey, politically we want freedom, that we want a government of our consent. We need to give rights to all of us. We need constitution. We need representative government. And how about the political one? They said this is all about political. Now it's economic reform, economic freedom, which means, first of all, like we talked about political one, elected government, elected representatives, universal adult franchise. Similarly, if I talk about the economics, where please make sure that there is no, I would say, tax that you have to pay at every stage. There is seamless trade that takes place. Napoleon introduced some reforms. Give it a thumbs up to him, so that the businessmen can make more money. They need more freedom. They need, more priority given to the freedom of labor, where the monarchs do not interfere and say, Arey, you can't do trade. You are our subjects. So all the businessmen, all those people, they were like, we need freedom. When somebody asked, why are you asking for freedom? They said, you don't know. Then kids said, no. They said, let's say I have a merchant who has to go from Hamburg. It is 1833. Who has to go from Hamburg to Nuremberg. Okay, beta. And he carries with him this cloth, and the unit of cloth is L. Okay? So this L, it varies in every region. If I go to Leena, she says 1L is equal to 10 centimeter. If I go to Swapnil and Ashleen's area, he says 1L is equal to 10 meters. If I go to Vinayak Pranav's area, they say no, we don't calculate L. We just say 1L is 20 centimeter. So there was a lot of difference in the unit. Even though the same unit was being used, there was a lot of difference. And here you have to pay so many taxes. 11 custom unions were there, or so not custom union, custom barrier were there. If let's say Parigya, Hari, Aditya, they travel from here and want to sell something here, they have to pay taxes 11 times in Germany. So at that time, it was the next year, 1834, when Prussia said, don't pay taxes, don't pay so many taxes. We are going to make a custom union. Like, we'll eliminate these taxes. Nobody is going to pay these taxes. Okay? We'll act like a bloc. You trade with us, we are a bloc, we are a country. So at the initiative of Prussia, in the year 1834, a custom union or Zollverein was being formed, REIN. Okay? And also the number of currencies were used. Earlier, more than 30 currencies were used. Then we reduced it to 2. Railway lines set up, construction was being done so that the trade becomes very, very easy. Are you all able to follow better? Everyone, construction of railway took place. So Zollverein was done, set up by Prussia. One of you have given me a thumbs down. Who is it, Pita? Please reach out for your doubt. I'm sure that you guys would continue to hear me like this because you're not spamming. If you have any doubt, please reach out. All right. So at this time when all these developments were taking place, there was, Napoleon, who was defeated. In 1815, who defeated Napoleon? PRAB, Prussia, Russia, Austria, Britain, defeated Napoleon in the Battle of Waterloo. And once they defeated Napoleon, they came with the concept of conservatism, which means bring back the authority of the church. Respect the monarch like your lord. Napoleon did away with all the changes. He threw away the monarch. He said, do not respect him. I've introduced so many changes. No. They said that you are going to have this conservative regime where we are going to make you respect the monarch. So all those countries, Prussia, Russia, Austria, Britain, once they defeated Napoleon, I just repeated Vinayak and Pragya for you. Prussia, Russia, Austria, and Britain, they all met at Vienna. There was a meeting that took place in 1815. Okay? And this meeting was headed by the Austrian chancellor. Who is a chancellor is generally like your prime minister. His name was Duke Metternich. He said, first of all, check the power of France, control the power of France. Don't let it, extend its power. So first thing that we are going to do is, we are going to make sure that the Bourbon kings or the Bourbon dynasty is back in France. Okay? After this, we are going to give the northern part of Italy to Austria. So these were the few changes made. And now this time, there was a reform that was introduced. The Bourbon kings were given power back in France because there was a meeting that took place in Vienna where Prussia, Russia, Austria, Britain met. It was the Treaty of Vienna. Bourbon kings were given power back in France. Northern part of Italy was given to Austria. And this time, when the kings came back to power, so basically this meeting made sure that the kings come back to power. So once the kings came back to power, they were not tolerant to criticism. They said, you can't criticize us. We are intolerant to any kind of criticism and we are going to impose censorship, which means we are going to control all the newspapers, all the magazines. Yes, of course, Ishan, not PARV, but I would say the kings who were introduced back to the power. So they were not very liberal, they were not very nice to the people. But by then, if you guys know, yeah, they were very autocratic. But in the meantime, the people had already tasted freedom. They said, what are you talking about, man? We've already tasted freedom. For example, there was a revolutionary, Mazzini, if you guys have ever heard of his name. So this person, Mazzini, he was a revolutionary in France. Sorry, not in France, he was in Italy. ठीक है महफूज? Yeah, he was beta. First of all, he was born in Genoa. It was in 1807. Then he became a part of secret society. The name of that secret society, it is Carbonari. ठीक है? No, I didn't understand. I didn't introduce Giletin Abhi. Arjun, I have written Giuseppe Mazzini. Can you read it, Mazzini? So he was born in Genoa. There was a secret society to which he became a member in the name of the society was Carbonari. And, you know, he was sent to exile, thrown out of the country in 1831 because he was trying to bring a revolution that let's throw away the king, let's not have him. So he was trying to bring a revolution in Liguria. So at that time, everybody said, out, go out, no revolution. We can't tolerate you here. And at this time, this person decided, I'm going to set up 2 secret societies. Let me tell you the name of the society. It's easy to remember. One is YEB and the second one is MY. What is YEB? It is Young Europe in Bern. Okay? It's not YEP, it's YEB, Y-E-B. And second is MY. MY is Young Italy in Marseilles. Okay, beta, all of you understand these 2 groups set up by him? Secret societies being set up by him. So when he was doing all this, that same person, Duke, he came and he said, beta, what are you doing? Right? It's up to you, beta. He said, beta, what are you doing? You are the most dangerous order, most dangerous enemy of the social order. Don't do this, Mazzini. Don't do this. You're trying to disrupt our rule. You're the most dangerous enemy of social order. He said, what are you talking, sir? Man has divided, he's split the sections. He's made such small patchworks of states and kingdoms. God didn't intend to make this for you. God had made nations, territories as natural units of mankind. You guys have divided us. You guys have split us apart. So you are responsible for this revolution that I have introduced. All of you able to get it, beta? Chalo, let's try some quiz question and see how well can you answer them. So that's good. Very attentive. Very, very attentive. So I think this makes sense. This is the first question. Don't type in the chat box. Which of the following language was being spoken? Because there were so many different areas. So I think you guys can answer to what I've explained. So many different areas were there. So which language was spoken in Habsburg Empire? It was a patchwork of different kingdoms that we had. Three, 2, 1. Are very good. I think you guys are on the right track. Very good. Beta, it's all of the above. So see if you can understand. If you have any doubt, you can reach out to me. How about this one? What is something that they found that, okay, even if we are diverse groups, something that brings us together? What was it? 3, 2, 1. Oh, very good. I didn't think that, I thought that maybe you guys won't be able to answer, but good job. There was no unity, beta. Something, diverse people, there was no unity back then. No, it's just for me, Meda. Everyone clear? Okay, let's try this one. One of you even asked, what does this word stand for? No, Ashley, I'm not. Three, two, one. Many of you managed to give me the right answer. That's good. Clear? Let's try another one. Dominant class, socially, politically, who ruled the area? I think you can answer it. It's just going to take 2 seconds. Three, two, one. Okay, not bad. Beta, can I say this one? The landed aristocracy, the rich people. Is it okay? The rich people who had those areas under their control. Okay. Manafi has given me a thumbs down. How about this one? How were they connected? Three, two, one. Oh, thank God. No. Why do you think, Mahfooj, it's trade? Pranav, why do you think it's trade, that they were connected through trade? Families, how can families be connected through trade in this part? It's Pranav, Vivek, Hari, Arjun, Mehfood. Ronit says none of these, ma'am. I'm not even interested. Aditya says by blood relations. Okay, good. Quite interesting. Beta, it's by marriages. I think I told you about this. Do you remember me telling you that beta they were connected through marriages? That's the leaderboard. Let's try this one. Aristocrats were the owner of. Very easy. 3, 2, 1. Good. Amazing answer. You guys are doing a very, very good job. How about this one? Three, two, one. Let's give it a try. Leela good, Arjun good, Pranav good, Aditya good, Hari, Vivek very good, Binayak, Mehfooz good. Rest of you can check and let me know if it's clear or not. See, beta, please check if it makes sense. Okay? Swapnil, turn off my video. How about this one? Three, two, one. 100% correct answer. I'll tell you 100%. Now you all are on the right track. Very good. I'm proud of you. Let's try this one. Okay, Aditya, let's see if everybody is done or not. Are you all ready? Okay, two of them, they're not. Three, two, one. Let's see. Oh my God. Good. Leena, Daisy. This time it's Ashleen. Then it's Swapnil. Then it's Pranav. but most of you have, I managed to confuse most of you. See if it makes sense to you. Women and the people without property, they had to set or raise their voice to make sure that they're given this right to vote. Okay, let's try this one. Leena, Shleen, I need the right answer from you this time. Vinayak, Pranav, and you also, Ishan, Parigya, Hari, Aditya, Arjun, Daisy, Medha, Mehfooz, Ronit, Swapnil, Vivek, and Chitraksha. I need the right answer from you. 3, 2, 1. Okay, do I have to say this before every question so that you give me the right answer? Wow. Good. And this is the leaderboard. Let's try few more. How about this one? Three, two. Vinayak, I already, but if I explain the question, then I'll probably be in a position to give you the answer. So Zollverein is something, when I talked about Hamburg to Nuremberg. Previous question, okay. First you try this one, all of you. 3, 2, 1. Guys, it's not a trade union. I never used the word trade union. It was always a custom union. Don't get confused. It's not a trade union, it's a custom union. This question is in revolutionary France, who were given the right to vote. So when the French Revolution started, if you remember, National Assembly was set up in Ayak. And at that time, the National Assembly only gave the right to vote to all the men above 21 who have who can pay 3 days of their wages as income, as tax, sorry. So all the property owning men, of course, were given the right to vote when the revolution was taking place in France. All right, let's see if you guys can answer this one. What all initiatives were taken care of by Zollverein? Very easy. 3, 2, 1. Good. It's actually easy. Beta, whatever I taught, is it clear? All of you have understood? I think with this answer, I can tell you that all of you have understood whatever I taught. Pakka? Chalo, this is the leaderboard. We'll continue the next part in the next session. Okay, we're going to start with the next part. Ashleen, we'll try it once the chapter is over. So in case you like the session, Pragya, what do you wish to ask? Oh, Pragya, we have a lot to cover, so that I'll try to have that, but please watch the replays also. No hurry. Two more, Ishan. Till we meet next, please take care, stay healthy, stay hydrated. Don't forget to leaderboard is right here to respect your parents. And also, in case you like the session, ma'am, last info slide. I don't have the info slide. What are you talking of, Chitraksh? So in case you like the session, don't forget to hit 5. Share your feedback. Thank you. Bye.